Hi everybody and welcome to Life Full of Zest. Thank you for joining us today. I'm so excited that you're here. We are going to be doing a full body class again today. We're going to be working on those arms, on that core and on those glutes. But we're going to be starting with some proprioception, balance, tap, stabilization work and then lead straight into it. I will give you some modifications for some of the exercises if you're feeling like it's too easy or too difficult for you. But let's get straight into it. Let's all start standing up. I want us to lengthen that spine. We're going to place our feet slightly larger than shoulder width apart, and you're going to point your right foot out towards the wall next to you. And we're going to draw those scaps down that back. Let's take a deep breath in. And on that exhale, slowly reaching our right arm overhead towards our left side, keeping our left arm on the side of our knee. Inhale, back to center. We're going to do 4 of these. And exhale, reach. As you're doing that, you're making sure that your hips are facing forward, your shoulders are facing forward, and you're allowing that spine to maintain that posture while you're opening those ribs. And let's do one more. And exhale, reach. And inhale, center. Let's rotate that right foot to face forward, and we're going to rotate that left foot to face out, placing right hand on that right knee. Let's take a deep inhale, exhale, reaching over and back to center. Try to keep this as a lateral flexion, just a side bend of that tummy, so you're bringing those ribs towards those hips. You're not twisting or turning in any way, you're just doing a lateral flexion. And exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Let's do 2 more, reaching over and back to center. And last one, all the way over and back to center. We're just going to come to the back of our mats in that corner. We're going to do a little bit of balancing. We're going to slowly make sure that you are keeping your toes and your feet on the floor. We're going to take a deep breath, and on that exhale, we're lifting that right knee up towards that ceiling. You're maintaining that 90-degree angle. And we're slowly going to lift our arms into a T position. And I want your palms to be facing forward. We're going to take a deep breath in. And on that exhale, we are rotating towards the right-hand side to hold. And inhale, center. And exhale towards the left-hand side. And inhale, center. We're going to do 3 of these on each side. Make sure that stabilizing leg is slightly bent. And you are keeping that shoulder positioning. You are keeping that hip positioning. And to the left. Very nice. And back to center. And last one. And back to center. I want those palms up and facing the ceiling. We're slowly going to inhale. And on that exhale, slowly toe tap in front of you. And back to center. And exhale, toe tap. You should be getting a little bit of a fatigue or activation into that lower ankle and into those calves. Try and make sure that you're keeping those arches of those feet up. And let's do 3 more. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Keeping core tight, lengthening that spine and shoulders down that back. And slowly dropping down. Let's do a few shoulder rolls before we move on to that next leg. Very nice. Let's take a deep inhale. Exhale, lifting that right knee up towards the ceiling. We're stabilizing with that left knee, making sure we're maintaining that 90-degree in those hips and ankles. And slowly palms facing in front of you. Inhale. Exhale, rotate towards the left-hand side. Hold and inhale, center. Try and maintain that stability. Work hard to keep that alignment. Try keep your hips and your knees facing forward. Inhale, center. And to the left. Very nice, everybody. Inhale, center. And to the right. Inhale, center. And one more on each side. Keeping those shoulders down. Making sure they're not coming up to your ears. Keeping core tight. You're rotating at the level of your waist. And back to center. Deep breath in. and rotating those palms up towards the ceiling. Very nice. Let's take a deep breath. Exhale, toe tap. Inhale, up. Exhale, toe tap. Inhale, up. Keeping that core tight, keeping that knee stabilized. And let's do 3 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, toe tap. Inhale, up. And last one. Inhale, up. And slowly down. We're going to come to the end of our mats. Getting ready to do a roll down. We're going to inhale. Exhale, slowly tuck in that chin. Head, neck, and chest all the way down, rounding that spine, reaching towards the ceiling. Bringing your arms to the floor. We're going to do 1 more of these. Let's inhale. Exhale, roll yourself back up. And after that last one, we are slowly going to go into some push-ups, but I'll talk you through it. Let's inhale. And exhale slowly down. All the way down towards the floor. Bending those knees if you have to, allow that spine to stretch out. And inhale. Exhale, slowly rolling yourself up. This next exercise, we're going to roll down and walk ourselves. So just watch my movements. We're going to walk ourselves into a push-up position. If you're not strong enough to do a push-up position, we're keeping it there. We're not going down. If you do want to still do a push-up position, you can tuck your knees in and slowly come down and back up. All right, so let's get into our next movement. Let's inhale. Exhale, tucking in that chin, neck and chest all the way down. Taking 3 little steps with our hands. So 1, 2, 3, depending on your level of strength, you can either hold into a plank or put your knees into a push-up. Let's inhale. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Keeping core tight. And 1, 2, back to center, rolling yourself up. So that's the movement. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, rolling down. We're going to do 4 of these after this one. And all the way down. Inhale. Exhale into that push-up. Remember, we want quality movements. And up, up, back to that rollover position and rolling yourself up. Very nice. And inhale. Exhale, tucking in. And walking yourself down. 1, 2, 3, and hold. Inhale. Exhale, lower, or just pause if you're getting a little bit tired. 1, 2, back to center, rolling yourself up. We've got 2 more of these. I hope you're all managing. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, rolling down, all the way down to the floor. And 1, 2, 3, inhale. Exhale, lower, and lift. And 1, 2, 3, slowly rolling yourself up. Last one, we're going to do a few extra push-ups. Let's inhale and exhale, tucking in, slowly rolling yourself down. And 1, 2, 3, let's inhale. Exhale, lower yourself down and back up. Let's tuck those knees in, and we're going to go into 5 little push-ups, making sure you're not arching that pelvis. You want to tuck it in, belly to spine, core nice and tight. Let's inhale and exhale, lower down and back up. That's 1. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. And last one, exhale down, inhale up, and leaning straight into rest position. Pushing those shoulders into the ground. And let's inhale and exhale. Coming back into that all fours position. Remember, our all fours position, we want wrists comfortably under shoulders and knees comfortably under those hips. We're going to tuck our toes in under our feet, keeping that stability in that tummy, sucking belly to spine, shoulders down that back. Let's inhale. And on that exhale, we're slowly going to lift and hover those knees off the ground And we're breathing deeply as we're working. Let's inhale and exhale. Keeping that activation, working hard, neck in neutral, looking straight in front of you. Keep working. And let's inhale. And on that exhale, we're squeezing our knees away from each other, then back to center. And pull your knees away and back to center. So the movement is in that hip joint and everything else is stabilized. You're not bracing that tummy, you're pulling it towards that spine. Inhale, center. And let's do 2 more. And pulling out, center, and out, center, and slowly dropping those knees and slowly leaning back into rest position. Very nice. I hope you're feeling that activation and that burn. Let's lift ourselves back up. We're going to lift our hips up towards the ceiling, keeping those heels off the ground, pushing our head through our arms and rotating your pelvis up towards the wall, the ceiling. We're going to slowly drop left heel towards the floor, allowing a stretch down that back part of your leg. Inhale, exhale, rotate to the other side. Inhale, exhale, change to left. And last one on that right hand side. Pushing both heels into the ground, pushing head through those arms, and slowly lifting head away from arms. We're going to lift that left heel off the ground, and we're slowly going to extend that right knee up towards the ceiling, and keeping head now through those arms. We're going to hold and inhale, exhale, knee tuck, and extend. We're just going to do 3 of these. And knee tuck, and extend. And last one, knee tuck, and extend. Slowly dropping that leg down. Inhale, exhale, lift that left leg up, straightening and activating that glute max. Inhale, exhale, knee tuck, and extend. And knee tuck, and extend. And last one, knee tuck and extend. Dropping that leg down and slowly bending those knees and leaning back into rest position. We're going to lift ourselves back up into an all fours position. And we are slowly going to lift right arm and left leg to hold for Superman hold. Let's inhale, exhale, right arm, left leg, tucking in core, making sure you're maintaining that stability and holding. Inhale and exhale, and inhale, keep working, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly down, and lifting up. Left arm and right leg up and holding, making sure those shoulders and hips are aligned. Working hard to lift this leg using your glute max, your big bump muscle, and holding. Keep working. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly down and leaning into that rest position. And slowly lifting yourself up and turning over into a seated position. In the center of your mat, we're going to roll ourselves down into a supine position. I want you to keep your hands behind your knees if you struggle with this roll down, or in front of you. We're going to inhale. And on that exhale, slowly rolling yourself down into a supine position, extending those legs and bringing arms overhead and just reaching Before we bring our hands onto our sides, let's lift those legs, bending those knees so that our feet are 1.5 feet away from those glutes and a fist distance apart from one another. Let's inhale, and on that exhale, we're slowly peeling and lifting that pelvis off the floor and lifting up towards that ceiling. Remember, we want this quality activation, so you want to make sure that you're tilting that pelvis. You are squeezing and pushing up through those heels, allowing those hips to be elevated, and slowly inhale to exhale. Roll yourself back down. We want slow, controlled, quality movements. Let's inhale and exhale. Roll that pelvis up towards the ceiling. And we're going to lift arms overhead as we lift up. And slowly inhale, exhale, brings arms to side. As we roll ourselves back down, we're going to do 2 more of these. Let's inhale, exhale, roll that pelvis up towards the ceiling, resting those shoulders, making sure the back part of your ribs is still pushed into the ground while you're lifting and using your glutes to lift those hips, arms overhead. And inhale, exhale, lowering those arms and then those hips, slow and controlled, down towards the floor. Last one, let's inhale and exhale, lifting up 1 vertebra at a time as we lift those arms overhead. And let's keep those hips in the air as we bring our hands to our sides, tilting that pelvis. Let's emphasize that tilt. Work really hard. You should be feeling it here. Let's dig those heels into the ground. Imagine them coming towards your glutes. We're slowly going to bring arms up towards the ceiling. We're going to inhale, and on that exhale, keeping those arms where they are, we're pulling those knees away, then back to center. And as you pull them away, I want you to make sure that you maintain that hip height. So try work really hard not to let those glutes lower. Work hard on keeping that tummy tight, pulling that belly to spine. And let's do 2 more. Exhale, knees away. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees away. And back to center. Keeping those hands where they are, we're going to do little pulsations up towards the ceiling. So you're just emphasizing that little glute squeeze and lifting a little bit higher. So it's a very small movement. And let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lifting, bringing arms to sides to slowly roll yourself back down to seated position. We're going to lift our legs into tabletop position. We're going to start with a single leg stretch today. Let's lift head, neck, and chest off the ground, placing both hands onto that right knee, making sure you're not straining that neck, drawing the shoulders down. Let's inhale. And on that exhale, lowering left leg and extending it. And inhale, rotate. And rotate. Sucking belly to spine, pointing those toes. And maintaining that beautiful posture and core activation. Very nice. And let's do 4, 3, before we go into our double leg stretch. And let's go back to center. Let's inhale, extend arms and legs. And exhale, circulate those arms around back to center. Inhale, extend those legs and circulate arms around back to center. And extend and back to center. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, extend, circulating around on that exhale. And extend and around. And last one, extending and circulating around, and then hugging those knees towards your chest. Let's just stretch out that neck, so just looking in left and right, just to stretch out. If you are feeling like that neck is tired, just make sure that we rest in between those sets. We don't want to strain that neck. Let's lift those legs up into tabletop position. And now we're slowly going to extend those legs up towards the ceiling. And we're slowly going to inhale, drop legs out laterally. Exhale, circulate them around and back to center. And let's do 4 of these. Inhale, dropping those legs round. And exhale, circulating round back to center. Just make sure that when you're dropping around, that pelvis stays exactly where it is. You want to make sure that it's not moving. So you got to work extra hard to maintain that pelvic stability. You can put your arms into a T position if that helps. And back to center. Let's do 4 in the opposite direction. So pointing down. But now as we come and rotate, I want you to rotate and flex those ankles. So we're dropping down, rotating your knees outwards, and then circulating those legs as we flex those ankles. Let's do 3 more, pointing those toes, dropping down, rotating those knees outwards, flexing those ankles, and coming around. And let's do 2 more. And inhale, dropping down, rotating, flexing those ankles, and circulating around. Last one, pointing those toes, rotating those knees outwards, flexing those ankles, and coming slowly back around. Let's bend those knees, drop those legs down, back to the floor, bringing arms overhead. I'm going to inhale, and on that exhale, lifting ourselves up into a seated position. So let's inhale, bring head, neck, and chest and arms up to sides, and exhale, slowly roll ourselves into a seated position. Very nice, everyone. I hope you're managing. I'm feeling an activation into this tummy area. We're going to lift our legs off the floor, and I want you to grip your ankles, and you're just going to start by stretching out those hamstrings. So we're pointing those toes, and we're just taking time to bend and bend. And we're going to do a fun movement now before we turn over onto our sides. Let's hope we can do it. If you do struggle with hamstring flexibility, we can keep our knees bent, but I want you to hold your hands on your ankles like this. And if you can, we're going to straighten and extend. And we're slowly going to, so the other week we did a little rolling like a ball. We're going to do that same thing with our legs straight. Let's inhale. And on that exhale, we're going to round our back and slowly roll ourselves over and back up into a seated position and straightening that back. Let's do 3 of these. It's a lot of fun. Can't always get it the first time, but it's so awesome when you do get it. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly round that back. Reach over and slowly back up and extend. Very nice. Let's inhale. Exhale, round that back. Reach over and roll yourself back up and extend that back, straightening that back. Inhale. Exhale, rounding that back. Reaching over and slowly back up. Very nice. Last one. Extend and straighten that back. Inhale, round that back. Reaching over and slowly back up. Very nice. Let's bend those knees. We've got just a few minutes left. We're going to turn over onto our right hand sides. And I want us to get into a side plank position. So we're making an L with our body, hips, knees, and shoulders all aligned. I want those hips stacked, shoulders stacked, and I want you pushing your body away with that elbow. So try not to slump into that shoulder. Lift up, crisp posture. If we want to, you can lift your hand up to there or behind your head, up to you. We're going to inhale and exhale, lift that pelvis up towards the ceiling. And we're squeezing tight, squeezing those glutes. We're slowly going to pull those knees away and back in. And if you struggle to do this in a side plank position, you can just keep your hips on the floor. And open those knees and inhale, center. And open on that exhale, inhale, center. Let's do 3 more and open and center. And open and center. And last one, we're going to lift and open and extend and hold for 10. Work hard. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming back down into center position. We're going to turn over onto our tummies before we progress onto that other side. I want you to grab the back of your ankles like this. So you're just placing your hands on that front part of your foot. You are slowly making sure that you are in that neutral position, your neck and head. And here's the movement. We're going to inhale and exhale. Extend legs up towards ceiling as we open that chest. And when we release, we're dropping that chest, but keeping those knees off the floor. Inhale, exhale, open that chest, bringing knees up. Let's do 4 more of these. Inhale, center. You can see my knees are still hovering off the floor, so my glutes are working hard. And open. Inhale, center. And extend and open up that chest, knees to ceiling. And back to center. 2 more. Working hard. Exhale, toes to ceiling, opening that chest. And slowly back to center. Last one, we're going to hold for a few seconds. Exhale, reach and hold. For 5, 4, keep working, looking in front of you. 3, 2, 1. And slowly coming down, lifting yourself into that rest position. If you feel like you get a little bit of back pain in this position, work a little bit harder to tilt that pelvis inwards and activate that tummy. Let's turn over onto that other side, getting into that side plank position, making sure again you're not slumping into that shoulder, shoulders, hips and knees all aligned. Hand to ceiling or behind head. Let's inhale, exhale and lift. And let's prepare, keeping core tight. Inhale, exhale, open. Inhale, center. And open. Keep working. Inhale, center. And open. Back to center. We've got 4 more. And back to center. As I said, if you struggle in the side plank position, you can do this with your hips on the floor. And exhale, open. Inhale, center. You got to emphasize that glute squeeze. Last one. Lifting up. And let's inhale, exhale, extend, and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly coming back down to turn over onto your back. Very nice, everybody. I hope you are feeling that activation. Let's lift our right knee over our left knee, crisscrossing our legs. And we're going to bring our ankles towards each other to allow that glute stretch. And as we're stretching, just focus on decreasing that heart rate, taking deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Keep breathing. And let's slowly change over, placing that other leg over that other knee and hugging those ankles towards your body. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. We're slowly going to extend those toes and legs, arms overhead. We're inhaling, bringing arms to sides, then head, neck, and chest. And exhaling, rolling ourselves up into a seated position. We got one more stretch before we complete our session. Let's hug that left foot into our groins, and we're slowly going to place our hand on our front part of our right shin, and we're slowly going to reach our other hand overhead and allowing that stretch to come down that leg, pointing that toe and reaching. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Slowly back up to do that same stretch on the other side. Tucking left foot into right groin, reaching that left hand onto that shin, and slowly reaching over, pointing that toe, and inhaling and exhaling, and inhaling and exhaling, and slowly back to center. Thank you everyone for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that session.